Wednesday, Paula.
Happy Wednesday.
We're early this morning, so we can impact your day earlier rather than just on your lunchtime.
Stay on the sunny side. I love that.
Yep. I know Paula and I have been talking about spring equinox, right? And the impacts that's been going on. Yeah. So Paula had her coffee talk this morning, which she shared with me that she talked about joy this morning.
I did.
You're right. So with this spring equinox, empower that, right? Bring that into what you want to create coming forward. And the energy that Paula picked is the beautiful one that flows out to everybody else. What I brought forward, I know Paula is we're going to talk about empaths, which Paula and I both are. Very much.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. At least now there's more information about it, but you're right. You kind of step in somewhere and you're like, whoa, what is this about? Right.
Yeah.
So supporting what Paula was talking about this morning in her coffee talk is as an empath, as I'm learning more and more, even though I've been it for a long time. And remember, there's lots of people around you that are. There's three different parts. Three different identities as being an empath. You can be all three, you can be one. So one is feeling it, like you feel somebody isn't feeling well around you, right? You've had that, Paul. You're going, oh, are you feeling okay today? You just don't feel yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that one. There is the one where, now I got to remember them all. There's the other one, which is embodiment, which means you are taking all the energies in. So if somebody is thinking about you somewhere in the world, no matter what, if you're tied to them, it hits you, right? It comes in and you feel it. So you're never unattached, really, unless you're really good at creating your energy boundaries, which we're always working on, because you could be more vulnerable. And the other part is kind of the physical feeling part. You feel someone's ailments, right? You feel, oh my goodness, all of a sudden my stomach's off or my knee's hurting, and you're like, why is my knee hurting? What did I do this morning? Then come to discover maybe the person sitting beside you or someone that their knee is hurting. And you go through that a lot too, right, Paula?
Yeah, I think unfortunately, like I'm all three, which is a lot sometimes for people, because you tend to blur the lines where, is this me or is there someone else? And you have to be pretty discerning about that. And you have to be able to pick up those cues in your body to go, oh my gosh, this doesn't belong to me. I don't have to carry it with me today. And that's where a lot of empaths feel overwhelmed and sick, and just overwhelmed and just kind of like heavy about that. What would you have you ever felt like you couldn't get rid of somebody else's energy, or you had to do something drastic?
Absolutely. Right. Paul, you do the energy clearing, there's lots of things. It depends on what it is, right? Too.
Yeah.
And that's, as spring equinox is here and it's asking us to make our plans coming through for the future. It's stand in clarity. What does clarity mean? Well, sometimes that can take some emotional depths, like doing a blueprint with Paula gives you life direction, right? Working with myself, working through all of those emotions as well. Right. Connecting one-on-one. But it is about clearing that, to know that in your clarity and the path you're choosing is what you are feeling, what right. you are wanting to do, not the other parts coming through. So like Paula was beautifully talking about joy this morning, make sure you're choosing the joy that you want, not the person around you wants, right? And you'll know that because you'll make a choice and go, oh, that, and then you'll just feel heavy. The energy will be heavy, and you're just like, it's just sludge. I can't move forward.
So it's a feeling state. Absolutely. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it is. And so what do you do, Paula, if you feel that you have picked up somebody's energy that you don't want?
Well, it's funny. As a child, as an empath, I had no idea that was happening to me. So I often would feel, and I don't know if you can relate to this, because you had all these emotions and these energies around you, you would be extremely sensitive and you would mistake that energy that the person was giving to mistake it as they don't like me and I have to do something to try to make them like me, to be pleasable, to be appeasable. So most empaths, when they don't know that they are empaths and when they don't know, because let's just say Susan's having a bad day has nothing to do with me, but we get on the call and I feel her sadness. And before I would go, oh my God, she doesn't like me. And I would overcompensate to be like, try to make her happy or be like, I got it. I should buy her a gift or I should do something. And I would take that responsibility as if it was supposed to be mine to make Susan feel better. And so that's where it gets muddled as an empath is that just because you can feel that Susan's heart is sad doesn't mean it has anything to do with you, nor is it your responsibility to remedy. So I think as a child, as an empath, um, um, I had to quickly, not quickly, I didn't quickly learn this. People pleasing, saying yes, taking other people's moods for how much they liked me was a whole gauge for me. And that was exhausting. Can you relate to that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And being everybody's saying you're oversensitive, just let it go. But it's not just about being oversensitive. It's like you're feeling everybody, everything, right?
And taking it personally as an
And
empath.
taking it personally. Yeah, absolutely. Going, someone feels awful. Yeah, like you said, what did I do wrong? And you go
Yeah.
back and you counter check everything that you've done. Did I
Yeah.
say something? And I know I even did that when I was little. You probably did too, Paul.
Oh,
And you,
yeah.
yeah, you tend to be like a peacekeeper too, because you just don't want to feel all the upheaval because it's hard, right? And
Right.
then you carry it.
Yeah, and then you would carry that on and you wonder why you're scared to speak your truth. You're
Absolutely.
wondering why, as an adult, you're really not doing what brings you joy. You want to just please everybody else,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yeah.
So, as usual, we had no idea what we were chatting about. And as usual, we are blending this joy and this empathic conversation again. But you can see and step back and kind of watch your past and go, oh my God, I wasn't my authentic self because I was so afraid of being rejected because I thought everybody else's moods were a reminder and a gauge for how much I was loved,
Absolutely.
right?
Yep. And
It has
even
nothing to do with that.
no, and even now it's hard because you go to say something and you say it, and then all of a sudden, I know I'm better now. I protect myself. So do you, right? We learn to do that.
I still
Um,
go there sometimes. I
oh
still
yeah, me
go
too.
there.
And they'll go, oh shoot, I went there again, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, but you do go and say something, and you kind of go, okay, if I say this, how's this person going to feel? What are they going to do? What you try and plan it so your body's prepared for what you're going to feel,
Yeah.
but you can't do that. You have to stand in your authentic self and say it and know that what you're saying from your intention
Yeah.
is in love. And if you, anything you say, if you're going to say it, it comes from the intention of love.
Yeah.
Yes, it might have an impact, but it's on a beautiful energy of healing. And sometimes you got to say some tough things, right? Sometimes you get to say
Yeah.
some beautiful things, which are amazing, right?
And you and I both work with clients and they're almost always empathic. And that's the first thing that they say is, I'm so scared to actually say what I really want to say because I'm afraid of the other person's reaction. Because the other person's reaction used to be indication of how much that you were loved. When you realize there's a disconnect there, it doesn't matter how Susan reacts. Her emotions, her feelings are not yours, and you can stand in that light and that power. The more and more you practice it, but being a kind human about it, right? Like being a kind
Absolutely.
human is not empathic. It's being like, hey, yo, whoa, this is how I feel. People, empaths, are so afraid to do that because of the conditioning that they've been taught or believe that they had to do from a very young age. So yeah, so tools now that we're aware. You asked that question and we went down this tangent, which I think is an important tangent, but
Yeah, what cards did you pull for today? What came up for?
well, I just want to say, like, knowing that you're an empath and knowing that you don't have to be responsible for other people's moods or happiness is the first big tool you could have.
It is. It is the first big tool, and knowing what's yours,
The
knowing
awareness.
what you're feeling, and not that, and standing and asking, go, is that mine? And
Right.
sometimes just posing that question
Yeah.
gives you that distinction. Going, yeah, no, that doesn't feel right for me, right? So,
Right.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because we tend to swing, empaths tend to swing with the breeze, right? Which way are people thinking, what's going to happen? But if you do reminders daily that you are source, you can stand in your own power, that the love that you need comes from within, not from without. This is all helping the empath realize, oh my gosh, I'm here. I feel all the feels. I can feel everybody's feels, but it's not my responsibility for everybody else. I'm my responsibility. So when you lead from that love and you realize that you are a good, kind human with great intentions, but it's not your job. It's not your job to make everybody feel happy all the time, nor is it likely that we're going to. You can kind of free yourself from that thinking. So yeah, it's daily practice, it's daily reminders. And when you find yourself in a position where you really need to tell someone, hey, yo, I didn't really like this, or this came up. It's so scary at first, but doing it with a kind heart, it's freeing. So it's just all about practicing and believing that the energy that you put out won't necessarily be thrown back in your face and that you will be loved and accepted anyways. It's a hard one.
It's a hard one, and standing in joy, like you started this. That's why I'm glad you shared with me. I missed your coffee talk. Sorry this morning, but
Okay, love.
sharing that and saying about the joy, that's how we release all the energies that we've accumulated, right?
Yeah.
Walking in nature, doing movement, because I find, especially being I need movement. I need to walk, I need to dance, I need to do, I think we all do, but especially with it, you need to have that joy to break that energy, right?
Yeah, the more that you love yourself, show yourself love and compassion, the bigger your expansion is to help yourself and others, and the more discerning you'll become as to what energies you're going to allow in.
Yeah,
So it's
absolutely.
like an equation, and I hate math.
I know. You hate math, Miss Numerology. You hate math. Yeah.
You know what? You're right. I do love numbers and math, but I don't love like math, like
I get
trigonometry.
it. It's
No,
two
thank
different. It's two different journeys, right? So,
I used to say I hate math in school, but in real life, I love math.
well, you're doing
So,
math for a different direction now. That's the.
yes,
So, what
yes.
beautiful cards did you pull for today?
Oh, sorry. You've had to ask me that twice. I
I
apologize.
have. Come on.
I got the high priestess, and this is exactly who we were chatting about today, being your own high priestess, going within, knowing, really honing in what belongs to me, what doesn't belong to me. Um, Knowing that you are always blessed, protected. You can see beautiful symbolism here. You can see the beam and the channel coming in through the top of the head, the third eye. We are being reminded that everybody is doing such wonderful job really coming into their own. Are you feeling the shift, Susan? Because I'm feeling the shift.
I am.
People,
Even just looking at that card, I'm like, whoa, yeah. And
it,
especially with beautiful, yeah.
it's clicking, and then people are harnessing that and being that beautiful Knight of Wands, spontaneity, creativity, adventure. They're seeking more. And it doesn't mean that you have to go around the world on a beautiful trip. It just means changing a couple things in your life and being more free to feel. And then I have the Three of Cups to round it all up. And that's divine sisterhood. That's community. That's relationships. That's soul contracts. And your soul contracts are here and they're being revealed through your fiery passion and through the knowing of who you truly are at the core. So this is I'm getting goosebumps.
Me too. I'm like, wow, we're right.
And I'm
calling
just
it in today.
calling it on. I've got a snowstorm outside with some sun. Maybe I'll have a snow rainbow, but that's what's come through today. And knowing that every day is a brand new day and that you don't have to bring what happened yesterday to today. You get to start again and you get to cultivate and come from that beautiful space. Yeah. Katie has been really good at commenting. She's like, she used to take responsibility for other people's moods. This is a great reminder. She wants to be her own peacemaker from now on, not everybody else's. Yes.
That sounds great.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm here if anybody has a question. I know we're early birdies.
We're early birds today. We had to adjust a little bit today for go with the flow. Isn't that what we're taught, Paula? Go with the flow. So today we had to go with the flow a little bit.
And I'm like day 4 of this cold and I'm flowing.
Yes. She's purging.
Well, it's happening. I mean, mornings are great for me. 2:00, it's like bedtime, right?
Yeah, you power nap, right?
It's like meditation nap time.
Yeah. But if you do go according to our inside clocks, we're supposed to have a nap when the sun is highest, right? So you're a little bit late, but that's okay.
So I need to go back to like the Mediterranean where my ancestors are from. I have siestas. Is that what you're telling me?
They say that's the health discourse. We're the most productive if we do that, but I'm not sharing that because we can't, like, it's crazy. You can't do that when you're, well, I guess if you have your lunch, you can go and have a siesta, but you're so much
I have it every day at 2. I do.
Yeah. So you are so much more productive when you do that because you rejuvenate, right? You get a new purge of energy coming in. So,
all right, Katie asked for a card. I pulled 2.
Okay, let's see what you're going to say for Katie.
Let's see what I'm going to say. I've got the Page of Wands.
She looks powerful.
She's so powerful and she's so free. And she knows. She's so knowing of what guides her internal compass that she's literally rejoicing. It's almost like you've had a breakthrough, that you were free. You're throwing up your wand, like you're literally like, hands to God, I'm free, and I'm celebrating. And there's a beautiful orb of light behind you, just relishing, and you're dancing in that. And then I've got the 7 of Cups to come in for support. So many choices still in life. The flow, the cups, the indecision. Which path am I going to take? And it's okay if you don't know the answer. Be free, dance, celebrate, love, and you'll know which one to turn over. You'll just know, and you'll know when it's time.
You will. And look at how she's released her power. Being powerful doesn't mean we're holding tight. She's released her power to let it guide her where she needs to go. You know it's your power though. Don't let it kind of let it go and go. It's no longer. No, you're still connected to it, but it's leading you in the direction. So it's more about empowerment. Totally. So knowing that, the universe is guiding you.
Totally. Yeah. And you'll pick the right thing, I promise. Just a little bit more. I hate the word time, but you'll know. More you become this girl, the right cup will be overturned for you.
Use the energy of the spring equinox. This is your planning. Sit down, do your plan, write what you want to do. No, yes, it might change, but you do have to have a certain amount of a blueprint down right now for the universe to support you. And that's like we've been talking about, sitting in your own honor. It may not make sense, but write it down.
It never
just
does.
write it down. No, it never does. No, it never does. Because you decide to do something and you go, why am I doing this? And it's going to be the path. You're going to decide to do it. Then you're going to realize why you made the choice. That's how life is coming forward.
Isn't that like hindsight is 2020 all the time?
Always.
Isn't it?
Always.
Let's get my crystal ball out. She said, yes,
Yeah.
definitely release my power, feeling free, trusting, and safe. Beautiful. Thanks. You are very welcome.
Very, very
Katie,
welcome.
you are just so loved and honored today with our only participant. You get our all utmost attention.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
You need to do a ceremony on your property today, Katie.
Oh, you want her to go dance with her chickens? I think she should.
Yeah, she needs to do a little fire ceremony too.
After the equinox.
Yeah, and give a little tobacco back to the so when your fire, put a little bit of tobacco, nice. Just to get back to Mother Earth.
Do you know, that reminds me, I should smudge today.
Yeah, that's right. I haven't too. I do need to do that too.
Yeah, because it's spring equinox. We've arrived. We're here. If anybody has Palo Santo or any smudging, today would be a great day. And I always just say a little mantra or a little, even the first 3 words that come to your head, like happiness, love, light, whatever comes to your head as you go from room to room. Don't forget to open the window a little crack so the old energies can leave.
Absolutely.
But yeah, see what comes to your intuition today when you smudge. And if you don't smudge, you know, if you don't have that stuff, that's okay. Open the window a crack and go room to room and bless each room, right? You don't have to have all the fancy bells and whistles or smudges. But maybe just set an intention. This is a very powerful day. You're right, Susan. And I will smudge after this call because I've been thinking about it, especially since I've been sickies in the bed, sickies on the couch. It's just getting that stale energy out, right? So yeah.
It is. And I always go from my lower level up.
Okay.
So that you that's just been my routine. I don't know if you really have to, but I always do to drive, like, because you're opening the windows on each level, but I always like to kind of end on the top, right? So.
That's a good, yeah. But because everything rises, is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And just ending up that you're in the higher energy, right? So, and you're not bringing the lower ones kind of up with you, right?
Right.
Like you're clearing them, and then as you get to the top, you're at a higher.
Yeah.
That's what I've always done, but I don't know if it's really necessary, but so.
Yeah. And they're saying, look around your house for clutter. If you can remove 3 things.
Okay. 3 things.
3 things. And don't put anything back in this space like a log packing.
Yeah.
Remove 3 things and then see how you feel, because, you know, air, spring, growth, rebirth. These are all great. I guess I'm cleaning after this. Yay me.
Yeah. gotta make room for, I have to take care of some beautiful animals. So that might be later today. Then I can do this.
All right, you guys. Well, it's been about 25 beautiful minutes. We have covered so much. Susan is live Tuesday nights, 6:30 for Animal Communication. So join her on her Facebook. What else is happening? Sunday, we're in person.
You're right after me, though. You're right after me on Tuesday night. So
yeah, on my channel, I'm doing tarot and teaching. We are doing another beautiful in-person event on Sunday night at the schoolhouse. If you've not been, it's like bliss on a piece of cake with some whipped cream on top. It's restorative yoga, Reiki, Hoshin, and channeled messages. This is our last one for the month. What else is happening, dude?
You forgot to tell, what time are you Tuesday night? 7:30?
I'm at 7:30. Yeah.
Yeah, 7:30. Yeah. No, I think there's lots of focus coming forward. Paula's working on some amazing stuff. She's got her mentoring program that she's is that what you call it, mentoring?
My mentor, like when I take clients on one-on-one?
Yeah, you're mentoring.
I like to call myself their mental. I'm their mental.
They're mental. That's it.
Yeah, people are trying to seek some more support, and so when I do the divine blueprint readings, they can see that their soul's purpose and their path. But Yeah, and if you haven't scheduled a one-on-one reading for this season for spring with
Yeah.
Susan, do it.
Oh, well,
No, I'm being
community.
honest.
Well, I
Yeah,
think it's a great, I think it's a great time for community to make sure that
yeah,
you're, like Paul and I are doing our Sunday. It's that community support, especially
yeah,
talking about empaths right now too. You need to have that voice to go, wow, did you feel that this week? And so I
yeah.
think that verbal sharing as well too. So, and every Sunday's been different. Like it's been
Oh,
totally different.
totally different.
So
Yeah, but then tonight you're opening up your connection circle for an online.
I
So if
am.
you
So
want
I
to
have,
join the connection circle tonight, the meditation connection circle, and you're not in the area and you want the Zoom link, email
yeah,
Susan or reach out and she'll give it to you. What is it tonight? 6:30 to 8:30?
6:30 to 8:30. Yeah.
That's
So
amazing.
usually,
Okay.
and it's the same. It's different every night. I never know what we're talking about until
I know, right? That's what
really down
people,
there.
yeah, people are
Yeah.
like, so what are you talking about today? I'm like, I have no idea. Whatever comes in.
It
They're
is.
like, that's exactly what they said not to do in school. You're supposed to be prepared. We are prepared.
I know. And what my guides say to me is, well, go for it if you want to write everything down, but that's probably not what you're doing.
You know
So,
what? I might
you know,
come to the online connection circle
yeah,
tonight as a
be happy to
participant.
see you there. You know that. So,
I've been missing it. I love it.
yeah,
And
we
for those,
started a long time ago. Well, we started one-on-ones, and then you were coming to meditation, and then
yeah,
we grew in together as a
yeah.
couple. Not that way. That's
No, but you know what? You can't always be a teacher. You have to be a student.
you do. It's a great, and you know
So,
what? You always learn no matter what, right? So,
yeah. And it's kind of like a yucky, gross, wintry day. So, yeah, I might come online and get some good vibes from you because I'm really taking a look at um, bringing what brings me joy and really leaning into what I love to do. And I think that I have a feeling your guides are going to like whip all that good stuff out tonight. Yeah.
well, it's always a pleasure having your energy in there too. And it's an open sharing. So you always bring great insight too. So, it's
Oh,
an
I don't
open
want to be the teacher. No, girl.
You're
I'm
not the
clean.
teacher, but I ask lots of questions. So
Yeah.
everybody shares their wisdom. So it is about bringing your wisdom in too. So you're
Yeah.
not the teacher, but you've got insight. Everybody does in the circle, right? And we
Yeah.
don't
So I'm
give
just
up.
going to write your email down here so people can email you and ask you for the link. Journey to clarity at yahoo.ca. Yes?
That's perfect. Thank you.
All
That's
right. I'll be emailing you for a Zoom link at 6:30 and getting my pajamas. And I cannot wait to co-create with everybody else that's online or in person.
have your
And
coffee, bring whatever, sit in your pajamas, sit in your
yeah.
blanket. Yeah.
Are you gonna ask us to write stuff? Should I bring a journal or something?
I always say to everybody, bring a journal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I might, yeah. Because as you know, I don't record it because it's confidential. So
Yeah.
if you want to write down what you want to write down, then absolutely. Yeah.
I'm
Whatever keeps
feeling
you.
like a good spring intention moment. I love that. Okay.
Good. Okay.
I will say goodbye to our friends on Facebook and chat at you behind the scenes for a momento.
Sounds good. Bye, everybody. Thanks for
Bye.
listening. If you're listening after, and thanks, Katie, for being with us.
Yay, Katie, we're celebrating you. Okay, bye.